Hi there. So glad to see you today. It's Miss Laura from BPL with Virtual Storytime. Ready? Hello, friends. How are you? Hello, friends. How are you? Hello, friends. How are you? How are you today? Good, I hope. First, we're going to read a silly book about a silly girl named Silly Sally by Audrey Wood. You can tell she's silly. Look at her. Silly Sally went to town, walking backwards upside down. On the way, she met a pig, a silly pig. They danced a jig. So Silly Sally went to town, dancing backwards upside down. On the way, she met a dog, a silly dog. They played leapfrog. Silly Sally went to town, leaping backwards upside down. On the way, she met a loon, a silly loon. They sang a tune. Silly Sally went to town, singing backwards upside down. On the way, she met a sheep, a silly sheep. What's happening? My face is right up there. Back up. On the way, she met a sheep, a silly sheep. They fell asleep. Now, how did Sally get to town sleeping backward upside down? Well, along came Nettie Buttercup walking forward right side up. And do you know what he did? He tickled the pig who danced a jig. Then he tickled the dog who played leapfrog. Tickle, tickle, tickle. He tickled the loon who sang a tune. He tickled the sheep who fell asleep. He tickled Sally, who woke right up, and she tickled Nettie Buttercup. And that's how Sally got to town. Walking backwards upside down. Silly Sally. That's the end. Well, let's sing a song about the days of the week. Do you know the days of the week? Today is Monday. So we've got Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then it starts all over with Sunday. So here's a song about it. There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. Days of the week, days of the week, the days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. One more time. There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. Very nice. So we have lots of books about this old bear by Karma Wilson and Jane Chapman. This is one that I don't believe I've ever read before to a group of people. So I know there's Bear Snores on. What are the other ones? Oh, Bear Stays Up, Bear Wants More, Bear Feels Scared, and many more. This one is called Bear Can't Wait. Do you like parties? This is about a party. On a bright sunny day, I said the wrong word. On a bright sunny day, Bear paces to and fro. He fusses and he fidgets. Why is time so slow? For so many weeks I have planned a surprise, but it's not till tonight, Bear says with a sigh. He looks toward the sun, but the day's just begun. But the bear can't wait. Gopher, Mouse, and Mole all stroll down the trail with goodies packed up in an old tin pail. Mouse squeaks, "Stoke the fire, get ready to bake." Gopher's dug carrots for a sweet carrot cake. Uh-oh, there's a rip in the book. I will fix that after story time. Gathered in the den, they cook for a friend, but the bear can't wait. Badger stops by to help them get ready with a basket full of berries and a sack of confetti. Raven brings a candle and Owl brings flowers. Bear says, "Is it time?" But there's still 2 hours. Oh, it's so hard to wait for something exciting. Bear frets and he fiddles. He wiggles and he twiddles since the bear can't wait. "Chip Chop, get to work," Mole says with a clap. "There's cake to be frosted and presents to wrap." Bear raises his paw. "Let me do the cake." He rushes in to help. When he trips by mistake, boom, bang, splat! The cake is squished flat. That's what I was afraid of because the bear couldn't wait. Bear sees his mess, and with tears in his eyes, he says, "Now I've done it. I've wrecked our surprise." Mouse squeaks, "Maybe not. We still have an hour. Go, get more carrots and honey and flour." There's much to be done. Hurry, Bear, run. And the bear doesn't wait. Time's almost up, but Bear is very fast. They bake a new cake, even better than the last. They hustle and they bustle while they decorate the den. And just when they're finished, they all hear Wren, "Hurry and hide." He's almost inside, and the bear can't wait. Underneath his quilt, Bear hides with a grin. He tries not to giggle when Hare hops in. They all shout, "Surprise! Happy birthday, Hare! We planned you a party as a gift," said Bear. "There's presents and cake. Let's celebrate." And the hare can't wait. We should sing happy birthday to Hare. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Hare. Happy birthday to you. I wonder how old Hare is now. Okay. My next book is by Laura Vaccaro Seeger, and it says, "Lemons are not red." That's true. Lemons are not red. What color are lemons? Lemons are not red. Lemons are yellow. Apples are red. Some of them. What? Carrots are not purple. Carrots are orange. Eggplants are purple. I didn't even know what an eggplant was until I was a grown-up. Flamingos are not gray. What color are flamingos? Flamingos are pink. Elephants are gray. Reindeer are not white unless they're covered in snow, right? Reindeer are brown. Snowmen are white. Grass is not blue. Grass is green, but the sky is blue. Wait, the moon is not black. The moon is silver, and the night is black. Good night. I see stars. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How, excuse me, how I wonder what you are. Up above the world so high. Hi to that guy. Like a diamond in the sky. Twinkle, twinkle, little star. How I wonder what you are. All right, I have one more book. This is an old book. I think I read this book when I was a little girl. It's called Too Much Noise by Anne McGovern and Sims Tabak. Too much noise. A long time ago, there was an old man. His name was Peter, and he lived in an old, old house. The bed creaked, the floor squeaked. Outside, the wind blew the leaves through the trees. The leaves fell on the roof, swish, swish. The tea kettle whistled, hiss, hiss. Too noisy, said Peter. Peter went to see the wise man of the village. What can I do? Peter asked the wise man. My house makes too much noise. My bed creaks, my floor squeaks. The wind blows the leaves through the trees, and the leaves fall on the roof. Swish, swish. My tea kettle whistles, hiss, hiss. I can help you, the wise man said. I know what you can do. What? Said Peter. Get a cow, said the wise man. What good is a cow? Said Peter. But Peter got a cow anyway. The cow said, moo. The bed creaked, the floor squeaked, the leaves fell on the roof. Swish, swish. The tea kettle whistled, hiss, hiss. Too noisy, said Peter, and he went back to the wise man. Get a donkey, said the wise man. What good is a donkey? Said Peter. But Peter got a donkey anyway. The donkey said, hee-haw. The cow said, moo. The bed creaked, the floor squeaked, the leaves fell on the roof. Swish, swish. The tea kettle whistled, hiss, hiss. Still too noisy, said Peter, and he went back to the wise man. And you know what the wise man said? Get a sheep. What good is a sheep? Said Peter, but Peter got a sheep anyhow. The sheep said, ba, ba, and the donkey said, hee-haw. The cow said, moo. The bed creaked, the floor squeaked, the leaves fell on the roof. Swish, swish, the tea kettle hissed, hiss, hiss. Too noisy, said Peter, and he went back to the wise man. Get a hen, said the wise man. What good is a hen? Said Peter, but Peter got a hen anyhow. And the hen said, cluck, cluck. The sheep said, bah. The monkey said, not monkey, donkey. The donkey said, hee-haw, hee-haw. The cow said, moo. The bed creaked, the floor squeaked, the leaves fell on the roof. Swish, swish. The tea kettle whistled, hiss, hiss. Too noisy, said Peter, and back he went to the wise man. Get a dog, the wise man said, and get a cat too. What good is a dog or a cat, said Peter. But Peter got a dog and a cat anyway. The dog said, woof, woof. The cat said, meow. The hen said, cluck, cluck. The sheep said, bah. The donkey said, hee-haw. The cow said, moo. The bed creaked. The floor squeaked. The leaves fell on the roof, swish, swish. The tea kettle whistled, hiss, hiss. And now Peter was angry. He went to the wise man. I told you my house was too noisy, he said. I told you my bed creaks, my floor squeaks, the leaves fall on the roof, swish, swish, the tea kettle whistles, hiss, hiss. You told me to get a cow. All day the cow says, moo. You told me to get a donkey, and all day the donkey says, hee-haw. You told me to get a sheep, and all day the sheep says, bah, bah. You told me to get a hen. All day the hen says, cluck, cluck. You told me to get a dog and a cat. And all day the dog says, woof, woof. And the cat says, meow. I am going crazy, said Peter. The wise man said, do what I tell you. Let the cow go. Let the donkey go. Let the sheep go. Let the hen go. Let the dog go. Let the cat go. So Peter let the cow go. He let the donkey go. He let the sheep go. He let the hen go. He let the dog and the cat go. Now no cow said moo. No donkey said hee-haw. No sheep said bah. No hen said cluck, cluck. No dog said woof, woof. No cat said meow. The bed creaked. Ah, said Peter. What a quiet noise. The floor squeaked. Oh, said Peter, what a quiet noise. Outside the leaves fell on the roof, swish, swish. Inside the tea kettle whistled, hiss, hiss. Ah, said Peter, how quiet my house is. And Peter got into his bed and went to sleep and dreamed a very quiet dream. And that's the end of Too Much Noise. All right, this week we have a couple of really fun Valentine crafts for you to do, both here at the library and a take-home kit. So I hope to see you, and you can get one of those and make fun Valentine's Day crafts. Thanks.